whatever it may be, because like turning to those things actually helps me a lot, because I would rather do those.
It helps her a lot. Yeah, it helps her a lot. She's living proof. Look at all the weight she's lost. It absolutely helps her since she's sunk nearly, gosh, guys, how many thousands of dollars do you think she's sunk in Legos in just the past year? Really helped her, right? And all those journals. She's like a skinny legend. Hello, beautiful people. It's Mama Goob. So I see Amberlynn Reed posted about 45 or so minutes ago. It's late at night. Well, not late at night. It's definitely night. But normally I am in bed by now, but for some reason I wasn't. So I saw this come up and I'm like, you know what? Let's just knock out a quick react tonight. So I'm sure this will go up at some point on Saturday. But anyways, so looking at the title, it looks like our Gorl is going to talk about a viral taste test. That's all we need. And then she's going to talk about her triggers. Okay, well, let's hope I don't get too triggered and let's move on with the react, shall we? Okay, so TikTok viral taste test. Girls, stay off TikTok. Overeating triggers and prison art vlog. Okay, well, let's see. We're here for it, right? Am I right?
Hello. Hi. Hello. How are you? Black Mirror season 6 is currently happening, and I'm about to start it, and we're about to see how it goes. Okay, it's just so crazy that like before Black Mirror didn't have like all these like well-known actors and stuff, and they do now.
Yeah, I don't feel anything. I don't watch this. I've never heard of it. I don't have time for television.
Well, I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's totally fine. Like I am like 3 minutes into the first episode, and ew.
So she stops what she's doing to vlog 3 minutes into an episode. Okie dokie.
Oh, David. You guys know Schitt's Creek. But today has been productive. It's been like behind the scenes productive. I also, last night, because it's 24 hours.
Wait a minute. Behind the scenes productive as opposed to center stage productive? What does that even mean?
I was able to go get some of the my orders done that I needed to get done. So I got my EKG done and I got my chest x-ray done. And I was going to get my ultrasound, but they told me, oh, you have to schedule an appointment for that. And I didn't know because I had called prior to and they said, no, we're open 24/7. Like you don't have to schedule an appointment. But I think just like miscommunication.
She probably forgot to ask about the gallbladder scan.
Happened, which is totally fine. So I went to call today to schedule to get my ultrasound done for my gallbladder, and they don't take my insurance. I just feel like frustrated because like I changed insurances at the beginning of the year, and I changed one that is like more well known and a lot more pricey, and I just feel like nowhere takes my insurance, and it's just becoming super frustrating. So $800 for an ultrasound of my gallbladder, that's a no. So now
what is she, stupid? There's only one place in Kentucky that does an ultrasound. How about you call your insurance? Excuse me, I need an ultrasound. Where can I go? Okay, like even bigger of a stretch, you know, Internet Lynn is go on their website. Like if it's United Healthcare, it tells you right then and there where to go get everything that you need. So, okay.
Now I am, instead of making the appointment, I'm having to call around and see who takes my insurance. And then I have.
This one has no adult skills, guys. None. No. And it's, what is she, living back in 1980? She's going to call around. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Now, I have also seen it happen to where the website will say, like my insurance website will say, a doctor takes a specific insurance. And then when you call it, they're like, oh no, we just stopped taking it. So that's fine. You say, hey, my provider directory says that, you know, you take this insurance. Do you still take it? And they'll say yes or no. And then you make your appointment. You know, I feel bad because she never really had a parent or any kind of adult to help her, teach her how to do any of these things, did she?
Have to talk to the provider who put in the order for me to get the gallbladder ultrasound. Oh my God, it's just a mess. So then they could put the order into somewhere else that actually takes my insurance. And I'm just, it's frustrating. It's frustrating for how much I pay a month for this.
At this juncture, why don't they print it out for her so she could bring it wherever she wants? This, oh God.
Insurance, you think that more places would accept this insurance, so it's just frustrating. But yeah, I've been productive behind the scenes, and I just wanted to check in and let you guys know about the Black Mirror thing more than anything. So if you guys do watch it and it's on Netflix.
Okay, but back up for a second. Back it up. So they'd covered her EKG and her chest x-ray, but not her ultrasound of her gallbladder, and it's at the same facility? Yeah, something about this story isn't adding up, but there's probably another step in the middle that she didn't, say, because usually your insurance takes one center or another, like either they'll cover the whole center or they won't, unless they don't cover gallbladder ultrasounds, which doesn't make much sense unless they're saying they're not going to cover it because it's for an elective procedure. I don't know.
This is my reminder to let you guys know that new episodes are ready to go. Okay, guys, so we're going to try something really weird that
Oh, she looks lovely.
I saw people eating, and we're going to try it and see what we think. Okay, it's two separate things. First thing we're going to try is hearts of palm. Yes, we are. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, whatever. Like fancy people put them in salads.
But I've been seeing people
And by fancy, I mean my mom and my sister.
try it and like it and eat it, so
It's kind of like an artichoke heart. All right. I mean, I'm kind of meh about them.
why not give it a go? Ooh, it does not smell that good. People are saying that it reminds them of like artichokes, and I used to have an artichoke bush when I was yay high to a grasshopper, so I used to eat artichokes. Okay.
Then she'll probably
It
like
literally
that.
looks like mozzarella cheese.
It's not.
All right, let's go.
She couldn't cut it?
Mmm. Not bad.
Yeah, I don't think there's that many calories in those either. Plus, it's not a salt, but, it's kind of like a pickle. I would more, like, compare it to an artichoke heart.
We'll say it's a little more sour than artichoke, but it's decent. And people have been
Well, because she's probably never had pickled artichoke hearts, so that's the other difference.
saying to add mustard.
I can't believe I'm explaining this. Never in my mind did I think, okay, Friday night, 9:53 Eastern Standard Time, Mama Goob talks about hearts of palms and artichoke hearts. Okay.
To it. So,
mustard?
Okay. Here's some mustard. Mmm. Wait, with the mustard?
All she did was make it more salty.
A million times better. And then now, a raw Brussels sprout, which is already washed and ready to eat. We're going to try. With the good old mustard. I'm sure you guys have seen this go viral. I mean, if you're on the internet, then you probably have seen it. So I'm not really a Brussels sprout girly. I've definitely never had it raw. But I guess with mustard, it's supposed to taste good.
I don't know. My stomach is starting to ache just watching. I couldn't eat. After weight loss surgery, I could never eat a raw Brussels sprout. I mean, I could barely eat raw broccoli or cauliflower. Raw carrots are okay. Like cucumber, fine. But I can't eat like the raw roughage like that.
That's not bad. Tastes like a salad with mustard. You wouldn't catch me eating it every day, but it's not bad.
I hope she doesn't waste those rest of those Brussels sprouts because those are not cheap. I am telling you, as a shopper, those are not cheap.
If it can help you get some like veggies in, have a little mustard. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I wanted to talk about 4 like triggers I have when it comes to like over.
Is it me or does she look green? Yeah, I'm getting the Hulk vibes right now. I don't know, or well, maybe it's my glasses. So, yeah, she still looks green.
Eating or falling off track or eating when I shouldn't, and what professionals tell me to do. So this isn't like triggers for binging or anything like that, because as you guys know, I do not suffer with that, thankfully, but I do suffer with like overeating. I wouldn't be the size if I didn't. So
You're fucking kidding me. No way.
One trigger for me out of the 4 that I will be sharing is like unwanted emotions / like wanting to escape those. So the pretty obvious thing to do when I do feel like, say it's overwhelmed, anxiety, sadness, depression, and I want to like turn to food to like numb that out. My therapist said, turn to hobbies instead. It like seems so obvious, and it is obvious, but like
you mean turn to spending money instead?
In the moment, sometimes that could be really hard. So that is why
no, actually acknowledge the feelings. Okay, you can't hide from your feelings. They're always going to come. There is going to be also a moment where you're not going to be able to stop what you're doing and pick up a hobby. Okay, you're just not. So that's terrible advice. I wonder if the therapist really said that, or if this is another made up thing, because that's bad advice.
Do have so many hobbies, and so
in other words, suck it up, buttercup.
I mean, like childlike things that I like to do, Legos, whatever it may be, because like turning to those things actually helps me a lot, because I would rather do those.
It helps her a lot. Yeah, it helps her a lot. She's living proof. Look at all the weight she's lost. It absolutely helps her, since she's sunk nearly, gosh, guys, how many thousands of dollars do you think she's sunk in Legos in just the past year? Really helped her, right? And all those journals. She's like a skinny legend.
Then put myself in a situation where it's just going to make me gain more weight. So the second trigger for me is like other people's opinions / like assumptions on the food that I'm eating. Like a good example of that is like, say I eat, actually, you know what? A really good example is actually my newest vlog. I was having some homemade rice, broccoli, and like this honey garlic chicken that Feline made, and a lot of people's like opinions and assumptions based on just that meal alone was triggering for me.
Are you kidding me? Okay, so again, it's your fault, guys. It's your fault she cheated.
People were assuming they knew how much rice was on the plate, even though it was measured out. Like things like that is highly triggering. And from a professional standpoint, my therapist says when I notice that that's happening more frequently and it's messing with my progress or like my emotions and stuff, to just simply show less of what I'm eating. I know.
Who the F? Who is this therapist? Can we find out? No, don't find out, but this person needs to, if this person really exists, this person needs to be reported. Any therapist worth their weight in salt would say, how about you just not read the comments? Because the only way that this would, bear any weight with me is, number one, Feline was giving her crap for what she was eating. Or number two, somebody's like knocking on the door, excuse me, Amberlynn, I saw your video and that food that you ate was terrible. You shouldn't have eaten that. Okay, the only reason why she knows what we're saying is because number one, she reads the comments, and number two, she also watches reaction channels as much as she says she doesn't. I'm telling you, this lady, she has a Google alert with her name. And every time there's a hit, she's up there clicking and checking, okay? Now, any therapist who has any, like, common sense or, I don't know, a professional degree would tell her to not read the comments, okay?
Showing my food is a popular want when it comes to this community. People want to see what I'm eating, which I totally get, because I love to see what people eat, especially when they're like on a weight loss journey or they're trying to lose weight. It doesn't actually.
Wait a minute, you're on a weight loss journey? Okay.
Matter. Regardless, it's interesting to see what other people eat. So I understand like the people wanting that, but I need to do less of that because I do notice it like triggering me.
I wonder how triggered she'd be when her paycheck cuts in half.
Majority of everything I eat, 99.999% of what I eat is okayed by my dietitian. And for people to assume that it's not, it's just like, I don't know, it just really triggers me.
Baby girl, you're the one who told us you were off track. We didn't make that up. Mama Goob did not say that. You said it.
So third thing is like, if I'm watching a TV show or like watching YouTube, whatever it may be, and someone starts eating something, like that is highly triggering for me. Like if it's like chips is a big one, Chinese food for some reason is a really big one. I'm not the biggest fan of pizza. I mean, I used to like really dislike it when I was younger, but as I've gotten older, I enjoy it more. Pizza is also weirdly one for me.
I'm going to let her finish before I make this comment.
Like there's like certain foods that definitely trigger that. So I notice when something like that happens, I simply just like turn it off. I used to just like endure the pain. I used to watch.
Oh yeah, don't sit with discomfort. Okay, because you're absolutely going to be able to control every time somebody around you eats. I don't know. And then I thought that putty worked wonders for her. How come she's not pulling on the putty? That'll stop her from eating. How can she eat if she's doing this? Does she forget that she forgets. She forgets what she just said 2 days ago. Okay.
Watch a lot of mukbangers like V Loves Life, Zaddy Chunk Chunk. I don't watch mukbangs at all, ever. Even though I enjoy the person.
So what if a commercial comes up in YouTube for Hardee's?
It's like I just can't do it because it is so triggering. So I just stay away from those things. So the last one is like certain activities. Like if it's like movie night, I automatically want to like order in dinner and like have popcorn. Or if we're playing like Mario Kart, it's just something that's triggering for me because like in the past, my brain automatically goes to, okay, so this is an activity where I usually would order food and like eat while playing. So
how do you play Mario Kart and eat? Or am I just that bad at Mario Kart? So I don't know. I can't even take my eyes off the screen for a second because then my kids will certainly cream me.
This is something I talked to my dietitian about, and she said instead of just like not eating at all during those activities where normally I would, just choose healthier options because food is about fuel, but it's also like you want to feed your body, but you also want to feed your soul, and you need to figure out how to like do it in moderation. So that has been
moderation queen. If you could have figured that out, don't you think you would have done it? I don't know, 10 years ago? Who are these people?
Harder for me, obviously, because like, seriously, like date night, movie night, like my brain just...
You know, and it's funny because I was looking at this video, I'm like, oh, wow. Viral TikTok taste tests triggers. I figured, okay, Mama Goop for once is not going to get triggered herself. I was wrong.
Correlates that with like a really good unhealthy meal. So it's hard for me to like get out of that habit. But
well, maybe if you went out, I don't know, just a thought, instead of eating takeout, generic takeout.
Those are things I'm just learning, like my 4 top triggers currently and how I can kind of live my life around them without it deteriorating me completely.
So she's trying to say that foods don't trigger her. Now, I don't know. Listen, I'm not in her body, but I'm in my body. And I think my biggest triggers to overeat are eating bad foods. Like, for instance, if I think I'm going to be good and then all of a sudden I find myself eating pizza for lunch, the rest of the day is shot because I am just triggered off the wazoo. There's no getting back into it. I don't know that I would be triggered by emotions as much. So like if I'm really depressed, I actually can't eat. Like when my father passed, I just couldn't eat that much. All right. I don't know. Maybe when I'm happy, I probably eat more, like when I'm celebrating something. But I think my biggest triggers are other foods. And that came nowhere near what she said. As a matter of fact, every single one of her triggers, date night to a certain extent, getting mad at us in the comments, emotions. It's all somebody else's problem and somebody else's fault, right? So none of it's all, hey, I sat down and I decided to have a slice of cheesecake and it triggered me. That would make rational sense. But no, apparently, if she's telling the truth and we have no choice but to trust her on face value, her professionals are basically telling, her that it's everybody else. Like, you and me against the world. Did you know that the world was against Amberlynn? Her professionals seem to be fostering that. But I am totally giving her the benefit of the doubt, and I don't think she deserves it. So therefore, I'm calling bullshit on this whole thing.
Feline wrote this about a week ago. You and me against the world. I woke up to it. Now it's my turn. So this is like the marker chalk. So you have to take it off with some water and whoa, you can see some of the past things that we've written on here. That's so funny. But once it dries, you can't see it at all. So now that it's dry, so we ultimately just go back and forth. Oh, it's blurry. I love that for you guys. Sorry, this camera's really bad with the blur.
Then don't
or with the focus.
Finish writing it and then.
What in the world?
Professional YouTuber, guys. Professional YouTuber.
It goes blurry every time I start writing. So that's what I wrote. All right, you guys.
Okay.
It is time for some P.O. box openings. So the first thing I opened was this box, and it's from Claire. She got me a card, a letter. I just want to say congrats on your weight loss, and thank you for the kind words. She also sent me this Scratch It Jewel with jewel tone paper, which I love stuff like this. That's going to be super fun.
Yeah.
And then she
That'll be a new hobby so you don't eat so much. That's a great idea.
painted all of these. Like, oh my gosh, these are so neat. Like, I absolutely love.
We used to make those as kids and like give them to our mom, like at Girl Scouts or just slumber parties. I don't know if you all have ever done this. Those look painted, but when we were a kid, they had it's like a metal outline of something, like a stocking for Christmas, right? And then you have to sprinkle these beads and then you put it in the oven and the beads all melt together and it stinks really bad. But, that's kind of the fun of it. And then it's like, for the window, like a little sun catcher or something. But I don't know that I would ever give somebody a bunch of these. It's just weird. Shocking. Weird.
Love this one. This one is my favorite because if you guys know anything about me, I am a dinosaur girly. And then that one says smile. There's just so many cute ones, like this flamingo. Aliens. Have you guys heard about what's going on? The government's finally being honest about aliens. Here's a kitty cat, astronaut.
Hey, the first current event that she got right.
Thank you so much, Claire. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so this next one is a painting that a small business owner in UK, England made. Her name is Saima. And she also wanted me to give a shout out to her brother and cousins, Wasim, Nazish, Maya. And she said that their names are a Pakistani name. So if I pronounced it wrong, then it's okay. I'm very bad at pronouncing names. So if I did pronounce them wrong, I'm so very sorry. But thank you guys so much for the support, truly. She knows that Bora Bora is my dream is to go there. So she painted me at Bora Bora and I know exactly what clip this is from. So I just think it's super cute that, oh my God, that she thought of doing this. And it's so creative because I remember I was sitting on a chair and she just brought me to a spot that I've always wanted to go to. And the letter you wrote me is so sweet. So
is it me or was I the only one who was overcome with sadness right then and there? Because as long as she looks like that, she'll never get that dream. That is so sad.
Thank you.
And she has no face. I don't like this picture. I don't know. I mean, it's beautifully done. I'm not saying it's not beautifully done, but it's just, bare feet. There's no, it's just.
Thank you so much. It just means the world to me. And one day I will be there for real. Just look how gorgeous that is though, for real. Like, that is stunning. Thank you so much. Like, this is so kind and so sweet. All right, so the next.
So the other thing, probably the reason why she's not giving these small businesses a shout out, because if she did, she'd have to disclose it as a like a paid promotion. I mean, even though it's not money paid, but they're still giving her free gifts, which she'd have to disclose. So that's pretty crappy, but that's what she's doing just because she doesn't want to make a little disclosure. Or she's just being a selfish see you next Tuesday and just doesn't think to shout them out, their companies.
Next things I'm going to show you guys are some postcards, which I love postcards. This one is from Artemis, who actually painted this. It's beautiful. Thank you. This postcard is from our Not. Thank you so much. And then this one is from Rebecca. Thank you. I love a postcard. I have a collection starting because of you guys. If you guys want to send me anything, here's my P.O. box, but please just remember, do not send me any food.
Don't fix the
Thank you very much. So I wanted to show you guys that this is where I keep all of my notes, letters, cards that you guys get me. And I didn't expect you guys to get me so many. So it's like, I need a new way of organizing all this. So I think I'm going to take it all out and organize it by like card, letter, etc., because like I even save the Amazon gifts that you guys write me, like the little notes in there, because it just means so much to me. So right now I am just going through every single thing that you guys have ever sent me, and
Are we still on this?
I'm separating it into piles, like letters, cards,
All right, it's almost over. So hopefully this won't take 2 minutes.
etc. And I realized that like the first shelf, majority of that was from live stream era. Oh my god, look! Someone drew Twinkie. I love when you guys send me art. It literally makes me so happy. So a lot of it was like a lot of letters were during live stream era when I wasn't really talking about my P.O. box, and it was mainly just like something that I would mention in passing. So yeah, it's kind of cool to go back and like look at all this. And I forgot about these, so if the person's watching me, look how gorgeous. I totally forgot that I had these with the letter. It's cute little bracelets. Okay, so I'm covering that for privacy, but here are all the letters. Here are the cards and the postcards. Here is the art. Look how cute. That is so adorable. And then I also wanted to show you guys this one. That's the first piece of art I actually ever received. It's a painting.
Is it me, or does that look a little bit like Foodie Booty?
So beautiful. And then again,
when she had hair.
And privacy, but this is just like miscellaneous, and then like the Amazon gift notes. So I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but this was like 3 years ago. My brother was in prison, and he had someone draw this for us. This is my brother.
Okay, that's gorgeous. It's really talented right there.
My mom and me, and I just wanted to show it to you guys. It's just like really special to me. I was not
Of course, it doesn't look anything like her. I mean, I don't know. Do you think the eyes are wrong? The nose is too big.
Expecting it when he sent it for sure. So I've had it for a while. Okay, you guys, so I have a ton of laundry that I need to put away. This is just a load, actually 2 loads that I completed today. So I'm about to do that, and then I have to edit this video and get it up for you guys. I know these vlogs are not like the most entertaining things in the world, but I just like...
Actually, they are entertaining. If by entertaining you mean rising Mama Goob's blood pressure, then yeah, they're really entertaining.
Coming on here and talking to you guys, and I know a lot of you just enjoy like mundane, everyday life stuff. That is the stuff that I prefer to watch. So I'm making the content that I like to watch. I like when my favorite vloggers literally...
So I'm curious, do you watch LOLCOWs too?
Just stay at home and do nothing. It is the best. But anyways, hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
All right. Well, so this was 42 minutes ago, because it's our favorite time of the day. Random comments of the day. So let's just refresh it and see how many views she has now. Hold on. 109 comments, 2,400 views. It's now been an hour. Okay. Imagine not blinking and paying thousands upon thousands between journals, Legos, kids' toys, Play-Doh, Torrid, only worn once, or if at all, cheap earrings, takeout multiple times a day, body sprays, candles in excess, but a measly $800 for gallbladder is a no. Sums all up that you need to know about Amber. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. But it's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know. I'm, X to doubt. There's just something about that doesn't make sense at all. Breathing is a trigger for her. No worries, though. She doesn't suffer from binge eating anymore. No, I'm sorry, DSCSF52. She never suffered from binge eating disorder. Get it right. Yeah, here we go. She knows what you eat. You said last vlog that you had been lying to her. But, all right, we can go with that. Funny that Feline won't add you to their insurance policy to bring costs down. Yeah, actually, well, I think I know mine covers domestic partners, but there's rules on that, like you have to live together for so often because they're not married. I mean, again, I will say, for practicality purposes, they might as well just get married. But guys, her dietitian's so proud of her. She only gained 3 pounds. So the other thing, she got this. What this comment says, she also needs a colonoscopy and an upper endoscopy. Wonder where she is with the 3 months of doctor supervised diet. I don't know about that, but the other thing is she got her EKG and chest x-ray, and that's weird because you usually have to get that right before surgery. So I think there's just misunderstanding on her part all around, unless she's not being honest. Incorporating taste tests again because her views are down. Well, since her last vlog where she was eating on camera and we triggered her, I don't know. Her taste test had to be of mundane vegetables. So it looks like a lot of the comments are related to how much money she wastes. But let's find one more good comment and we'll close out with that. So, okay, last one. She lives in her own delusion. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all you can say. All right, so that was it. I'm surprised I got that triggered myself, but I'm not surprised I got that triggered myself. But, okay, yeah, it's the same stuff, different day, guys. Ultimately, she's not, God, you all know this, she just isn't taking accountability and it's not changing. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. She hasn't taken accountability all this time. She's not going to start now. So the only thing we can do is see how this shit show ends. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And thanks for all your comments. Bye.